So you know how many people will have shower thoughts, how they will in the shower, they're scrubbing down, doing a little scrub a dub dub, and then they'll say, "Oh, brain blast, here's a thought of whatever." So I have those when I'm taking a dump in the morning. So this morning I was on the throne, the Game of Thrones throne, and I thought, you know what? I think instead of doing strictly YouTube, which I never really thought anyway, YouTube has a lot of weird rules when it comes to monetization and what you're allowed to say and not say and everything. And so I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both. I'm going to do YouTube and Rumble. And Rumble, I'm going to basically push all the politic talk, all of the stuff that I think might get flagged on YouTube. I'm going to push that all over there. So if you want to hear my opinion on all kinds of politics and what I believe and the truth of situations that I dig into, head over to Rumble. You can find me over there. Same name. You can. What I'll do is I'll have the videos on both platforms, and then I will have Rumble only videos on Rumble, and that's basically going to be all of anything political, anything as far as things that I even perceive could be an issue on YouTube. That way, I'm not going to risk any of it. And as well as, I think it's really dumb to put yourself in a echo chamber. Echo chambers are horrible. And this has a point, trust me. Echo chambers are freaking stupid. I think echo chambers are the dumbest thing that you could possibly do. And I know I've said that about 16 times in the last 5 seconds. The biggest thing that I don't like about echo chambers is it makes people really stupid. It makes them not be able to speak anymore. If you completely surround yourself with individuals that agree with you 100% of the time, that you agree with 100% of the time, and share every single bit of information with each other always, you lost the ability to talk. You lost the ability to debate, to have an opinion. You see this a lot. This is going to be a hot take. You see this a lot on the left side of the house. I'm not saying that everybody over there is in an echo chamber. It happens on the right as well. It's just more prominent on the left. Every time I have spoken to anybody with a differing opinion on what I have that is swinging towards that side, the immediate response is yelling, name calling, aggression, and the inability to even speak. My best friend in the world, my one black friend, he had this issue, this group of friends, and they live in this absorbent echo chamber, and they refuse to listen to anything outside of that because they want to be in this echo chamber. And they basically banished him to the shadow realm over him having an opinion about a topic that they didn't agree with. Even though he agrees with some things they talk about, there was like 1 or 2 things that he was like, I kind of believe this. And they just resorted to name calling, yelling, and banished them to the shadow realm. I think that is the most idiotic thing you could do. You're throwing away this relationship over what? Over your beliefs? So what? I have so many people, especially online, that I watch all the time. I don't know any of them personally, but I watch them all the time, and I have a lot of respect for them, for their persona online, strictly because they are different. There's some things that we agree on. There's some things that they say, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. But there are a lot of things that they say, I'm like, well, this is what I believe. But it doesn't matter because I listen to their content and I listen to them, and I respect what they believe, even though my opinion is different. I can still find common ground. And that's the idea of not living in an echo chamber, is finding common ground So that way we as a people can be united like this country is supposed to be. All of that to say is that all the political, for the most part, most of my deep dives on certain topics, especially just finding truth in things, I think all that might be on Rumble and not on YouTube. YouTube, I might put just for cringy, goofy things. And YouTube seems more friendly on that than it does talking about political things, especially if it's in the wrong side of the house from what is on YouTube. Because YouTube they like to censor. They do. They like to demonetize and censor people that have different opinions than them. And it's exactly in that playbook I was just talking about. Echo chambers. Echo chambers are horrible. All of this came to my, went over that one wrinkle in my brain when I was on the pot this morning. And I was like, you know what? I think that's a good idea. Like I said in the first video, I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this channel is or what it's going to be. All I know is when things glide across and hit that one little wrinkle in my brain, it's like, hey, let's talk about that. Let's look at that. And you will notice now, so I keep looking at back and forth on the monitor because I don't know. I'm really self-conscious about the way that all this is. It's really weird for me to like look at myself and listen to myself because I don't think highly. I don't think myself at all. You'll notice in this video, the quality of the video is marginally better. I'm no longer Bigfoot, kind of pixelated in the foreground where the background is all masked. Even though it is kind of masked pretty hard right now, I can fix that. The reason for that is the first video, like I was saying, I was using the built-in computer webcam because I don't have a camera yet, like a nice vlogging camera or whatever. So I was using the webcam from the computer, and in this video, I'm using my phone, which has a better quality camera, obviously. I don't want to use my phone all the time, so until I get a camera, it'll probably be like a weird back and forth between being Bigfoot and being a little bit less Bigfoot. So we'll have to get used to that. I'll have to get used to trying to figure out all that as far as that goes. But the main thing I wanted to talk about on this video was kind of the separation of YouTube and Rumble. So like I said, all the videos that are on YouTube will be on Rumble. It's just there's going to be more deep dive or political sense on Rumble because Rumble doesn't demonetize for speaking in general, unless it's obviously illegal. But you can talk about anything else because freedom of speech is freedom of speech. There's no gray area. It is, I can say whatever I want because we live in a country where that is legal. No other country has this level of free speech other than the USA. And Rumble respects that better than YouTube does. YouTube, a lot of things on YouTube, they think that that hate speech is a thing, and that's just idiotic because that censors everything. It censors so much. It's dumb. So that's the main point, is the separation of that. I also, in the future, way off in the future, whenever I get more than like one following, if I ever do, I'm thinking about doing some kind of streaming, and I don't know which platform I'll do it on. I even will do Twitch, or if I will just do YouTube or Rumble, or how that goes. I guess I'll just leave that up to you guys, the audience. If you rather me be on one platform or the other, or if I have like a 40-60 split or somewhere in the middle, then I might do a split stream where it's both platforms at the same time, like Critical does, and probably a lot of other people do. I know that Crowder does that with YouTube and Rumble, except for I think he said he's getting rid of YouTube this year. So we'll see what happens with that. He'll go straight to Rumble and only Rumble. But at the moment right now, I think the more platforms I can be on, then the better my chances of being moderately something will be. I don't know. I don't see me being, I'd never see myself being that level. I think this is fun personally, and I think that this could be something, even though it's probably just super trashy, and that's fine. But who knows? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I thought about that when I was on my throne this morning about the whole YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, which one, all of them, none of them, and I think all of them. All of them is going to be the right answer because why not? Why put all your eggs in one basket? That's just silly. So we'll go from there, and that's about it.